Okay, I'm going to minimize this and hopefully find it again. Oh, I didn't want to minimize it like that. I'll just keep it down here. Okay. So we're going to copy the components off of the task list of the one we copied everything off of, but it didn't take the equipment or it didn't take the components, the parts for those tasks, and it did not take the packages for the plans. So now we're going to go into equipment change, or equipment display. No, I'm sorry. Let's start over. We have to pull up a list of the equipment. So we can find, we're going to go into display on screen 23, because that's what we were working on. There's screen 23. We're going to click it once, go environment, task list. So there's our the 3 task lists we copied over. Remember 1, 2, and 3. Of course, it's not in order. We can go ahead and put it in order. So we started out with the first one, repair task. So we click on it. We go to task list. We're in display mode. And that's good because we don't want to change anything here. Everything's grayed out. There's no way we can hurt this one. And now we're going to copy the components off of it. So we're going to select them all. And then we're going to go to components. And then we're going to start copying. See, it says replace V-belts. So that's the first one on the list. So now let's go over. And we're going to open up the one we just created, the change task list. And that's not the one in there, so we got to go to the one that's in our old list again. So we run our variant. Go there. We go to old list. We're going to run it. We're going to open up. We're going to filter it by new. Star. And there they are. Now you can also buy the equipment number. If you forgot to put new, just go to your old equipment numbers. But you always got to make sure when you make the equipment masters from the old one, you got to make sure you put new because everything's going to be exactly the same. And you're going to say, well, which one's the new one? And of course, you can always tell by the equipment number is always going to be higher than the old one. So we were working on 23. So we're going to go in here. Double click it. So now we want to go into change mode on that. And now this is the one we want. We want to go to the operation. Because this is only the repair task. It's not, you don't see all 3 of them in there because we're selecting just that one. Okay, so V-belt, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to select them all. We're going to components. Everything's going to look the same. Anything this one don't have any parts. Now we'll go in here. Go over to here and we copy this number. Control Y. You can carry it over all the way, but you don't need to worry about putting this in there. We'll see. Control C. And then we go over to the other window and you go Control V. And go Enter. And there's that one. So now we go to the next one down, which is blank. It's going to say replace timing belt and sprockets. So you go back. You go next one here. And again, it's timing belt and sprockets. So you Control Y. You copy all that. And you really don't need to copy the other stuff because it's grayed out. It's not going to paste it in there. So all you need is the material number and the quantity. You go Control C. You go the next one over. You go Control V. it, you can go to the next one over. It's automatic. I can go enter, but it's going to enter it. If I go back and enter it, I don't have to go enter. So there it is. So we're going to go to the next one. So the next one is replace pushing spindle. So you go over here and you go over and go to the next one. There's the pushing spindle. Control Y. Again, and this is just repetitious. Control C. Control V. Next one. This is where you always make sure it says the same thing, so you're not, you know. Control Y. Control C. It says base bearings. Control Y. Control C. Control V. You see, I've done this before. Forward springs and pad. Forward springs and pad. Control Y. Again, this is all repetitious. I don't know if we got. I guess we should have done this while the other one was recording. Let's see. That's the next one. Let's try. Non-drive. I think that's the first one I had. Or did it go over to? Yep, that's the same. Okay. Control Y. Now, if the list is too long, see, it's getting pretty long. If it goes past this, you're going to have to do the first section, page down, and then copy the rest of it. So you take the first one, you go over to here, you paste it in, and then you would have to, you know, if it was past this, there's more parts, you'll have to, you know, you'll have to page down, and then copy the rest of it. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're on the next one, drive side. Go to the drive side. There it is. Control Y. Control C. You probably want to fast forward through this or just.
Well, you can pause the recording and continue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have to pause it.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to finish. So once we got all the parts in there, I went ahead and skipped ahead because it's repetitious. So now that we're done, you can just, if you want to keep backing out until it says save, and it says yes, I want to save the group first, and then all those parts now are on that pick list. And that's it. So next thing we're going to do now is probably do the PMs and the other two items on there, and then we'll start talking about how to add the task list to the BOM or to the plans when we go to create the plans. So we're going to stop it here.